My dad, I was 9 years old, 9, 10, 11. We're going out to pick rocks. My dad is getting me and my siblings to pick rocks. He gets the tractor, and on the tractor there's a bucket on the front. Like a large bucket, and he's driving in front of us, or behind us, and we're picking rocks and throwing them into the bucket. Me, being 9 years old, grab the first rock, throw it in the bucket with as minimal energy possible, and I sit there staring at him dead in the eye, being like, my legs hurt, I want to stop. And he's sitting there like, no, keep going. I turn around, grab another rock, and throw it in. I'm like, the rocks are too heavy. And he sits and he's like, just keep picking up rocks. We have a whole field to do. We gotta get this done. So I pick up another rock. And in this rock, I purposely miss. And I'm like, Dad, I'm too hot. And he's like, I'm hot too. But we still have to do the field. Complaining isn't gonna help stop this. Complaining isn't gonna help clear the field of rocks. Fast forward to today, or recently, like a few months ago, I'm getting ready to go do a 2, 3, 4 mile run, and I'm timing it. So it's like a 3 mile run. I'm timing it. My last run was 18 minutes. Around there. Right? So I'm hoping I'm gonna get pretty good on this run. However, it starts raining before I can go. And there's a lot of noise in the house, and I'm pretty sore from exercising this morning. I could have complained about all of those things. I could have sat there and been like, I shouldn't run today because it's raining. I shouldn't run today because I'm too sore. I shouldn't run today because it's too busy in the house. In the house. Well, that doesn't even make sense. You should get out of the house then. There are so many complaints I could have made, but I didn't make any of those complaints. I got ready to run, and I started running. Halfway through my run, I was exhausted. My legs were hurting, they were burning, but I wanted to break that 18-minute time. So instead of complaining about my legs, I pushed harder. I just kept pushing harder. I just kept going. I'm almost at the finish line. I'm exhausted. I'm going uphill, and I'm just running as fast as I can. Well, it's not as fast as I can, but no, I was running as fast as I can to get to the finish line as fast as possible so I could get the best time possible. And I'm almost there, and I hit it. I hit a 15-minute time. I shaved off 3 minutes. And I was so happy to have done that. I have just shaved off 3 minutes on my run time. And I was so happy. I felt powerful in that moment. I was exhausted. I went in the house and I was like on the couch dying. But I was so happy. I could, like, it's such a good feeling to push yourself. So how did I go from the kid complaining about picking up rocks, and these weren't even big rocks? How did I go from the kid complaining about picking up small rocks to pushing himself and pushing through the complaints and the pain? It all started when I was 14. I found self-improvement, and I'm doing the things I should be doing. I'm trying to get on to exercise, and I find cold showers and waking up early. These two things are the first things I found, and I was like, I want to try these. I want to start waking up early at around 7 o'clock, and I want to start taking cold showers every morning instead of warm showers. So I happen to have a new bedroom now, so I go downstairs, I set my alarm to 7 o'clock, and I leave my phone out of my room, and I get ready to take a cold shower after I wake up. The first morning, it's tough, alright? I'm not used to waking up early, and I'm so exhausted and tired and done. I don't want to wake up early, but I do it anyway. Doing that made me just a little itty bitty times tougher. Just a little bit tougher, right? Then I took a cold shower, and it just made me an itty bit tougher. I did it the next day, and I just became an itty bit tougher. And just an itty bit tougher the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. I just kept doing it. To today, 2 years later, I'm still taking cold showers and waking up at 7 o'clock, even though I don't want to. This builds toughness. How, you might be asking? Toughness is built through pain. It starts out like around here. Your ability to face discomfort starts here. The more discomfort you can face, the tougher you are. So I can barely handle picking up rocks around about now. So I wake up at 7 o'clock and I take a cold shower. I'm a little bit tougher. The next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Then there's exercise. There's running, like I did. That made me a whole lot tougher. Especially a timed 3-mile run, which I've never done before. So a timed run is going to push me a lot. So I'm going to go up just a little bit more. And I just kept doing this. And now I'm like up here compared to where I was a long time ago. Men thrive on discomfort. Strong men thrive on discomfort. In today's society, we don't get that discomfort anymore. We aren't wild animals anymore. We have houses we can sleep in. We have ways to escape boredom, which make us face our feelings. We have ways to... We don't have to worry about food anymore, because we can just go to the grocery store. We can just get a 9-to-5 job. We don't have to worry about any of that more, and we become weak because of it. Haven't you noticed, and maybe you probably haven't noticed, because I didn't notice for a while, I'd be sitting on the bed in my old room, on my phone, watching YouTube, and I'd feel this weird, mucky heat. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a mix of grogginess and like fat sweat. You know when you're lazy and you start sweating? That's the kind of... It's not work sweat when you get outside and you're working hard. It's lazy sweat. You sweat because you're hot and you've just been sitting there. You haven't done any work, and it's not a good kind of sweat. It's disgusting. True sweat should be made from doing hard work. Well, for guys. Men thrive on hard work. Men thrive on discomfort. We need to face more discomfort. That makes us strong. Now, another weird thing that made me strong. Well, recently, like a year ago, 15 years old, I came across Miyamoto Musashi. I loved a lot of what he did. The Book of Five Rings is awesome. But then I stumbled upon the Dokkodo, which is another piece Musashi wrote, and it's principles to living a life of isolation. Which isn't something you should do. You shouldn't live a life of isolation. We're social creatures. Musashi's a little weird like that. But anyway. The first principle of the Dokkodo Accept everything just the way it is. This one principle made me go from here to there. This one principle, just applying this one principle to my own life, made me so much tougher. Every time something bad happens, you just accept it. You just say, accept everything just the way it is. And it makes you so much tougher because it's so easy to fall into that loop of complaining, of sitting there and going, "Wah, I want to do this, I don't want to face the pain." It's so easy to complain. But when we choose not to complain, when we fight and we don't complain and we go towards the pain, we build more toughness. We become tougher. I've done this in the past. Me and my dad were going to McDonald's, and we're going to McDonald's and we get our order and we pull up to the window. Our order's taking forever and we're sitting there. Now would be the perfect time to complain. I just sat there and said, accept everything just the way it is. Accept everything just the way it is. You can't control when you get your meal. You just have to accept it. And we're sitting there, and we finally get our meal, and we actually get a little extra because we had to wait so long. They gave us a little extra as a kind, thank you. I really appreciated that, but more importantly, that made me stronger. Just not complaining and refusing to fall down the easy path made me tougher. Refusing the easy path makes you tougher. And going towards the hard path makes you tougher. Men aren't supposed to be comfortable. We thrive on discomfort. So when we are comfortable, we become weak. So I don't want you to be comfortable. I want you to be uncomfortable. We need to be uncomfortable. So, if you've made it through this video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But I want you to, find some uncomfortable things to do. Even when you don't want to. Because when you don't want to, that's when you become strongest. That's when you can become strongest. Take cold showers, even though it hurts. Alright? It hurt for me, and it always does every morning. It hurts. But you get over it, and you become stronger because of it. Take cold showers. Do hard work. Push yourself by running. And accept everything just the way it is. Because that is what makes us men. That is what makes you a man. Don't waste time. We're young, and that's our biggest advantage. We have so much time ahead of us. So put in the hard work and push yourself out of your comfort zone. Because us men thrive on discomfort. You got this, bro. Do a good job.